from the heart of your community, your town, your station, your voice. Afternoons on Calon FM.
It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show.
Screen Show on 105 Calon FM. Right, here we go.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. 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 I'm going downtown tonight. What's going on?
Now, this week, the North Wales Opera Studio are performing Madame Butterfly over at the Holroyd Community Theatre in Western Ryn in Oswestry. Staged on the 8th to the 10th of September, the company has recruited singers from across the globe, including Greece and Spain and India and China, and of course Wales. And I'm so pleased to welcome back onto the Stage and Screen Show an old friend of Calon FM, Mr. Michael Thomas Jenkins. And Michael, I think it's fair to say that over the last couple of years, it's been an absolute nightmare for everybody, hasn't it? What with COVID and the lockdown and the whatnot. How, on a personal level, how's it been for you?
Do you know what? I didn't hate the lockdowns to begin with. I thought this is a great bit of time to reflect and you know, to think about how I might want to progress my own career and progress personally. So I enjoyed the first one, but then after going back into lockdowns and things, it became a little bit taxing. You know, I had the time to reflect, and I was ready to get back to it and put those things into practice. So, but you know, we're still here, which is the thankful part of it, isn't it? You know, really happy just to still be on the planet doing what we're doing, because it's for so many people it was an awful time.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it was a nightmare, as I say, for everybody, but especially for people in the entertainment industry, it was almost like they were the forgotten breed. It was very kind of unfortunate. People seem to have the opinion that anybody that worked in theatres or TV, that it didn't really matter about them somehow.
Yeah, it did have that kind of message in the public domain that actually, if you worked in a creative field, that it was a luxury or more like it was it was just something you did as a hobby. It wasn't really an occupation. It was a horrible thing, especially that, you know, the campaign that they had, you know, that the one girl, Fatima, who'd retrained and now she's working as an accountant, something like that. All of those things had a real negative effect on our field. And you know, but the performing arts field it's so much more than just watching a show. It's so much more than that. For so many people, it's therapy, it's escapism, it's sharing, it's nurturing. You know, I've just got back from Edinburgh, and some of the shows that they were doing up there, it goes to show that the performing arts is so much wider than what some general public people or politicians may think.
But I think you're absolutely right, because when it came back, when we were allowed back out to play, as it were, I think people were aware of how much they missed it more than they ever thought they would have done.
Yeah, definitely. I was really fortunate that I did do some producing. I produced some theatre during the kind of relaxed, not so relaxed, but when they opened up the restrictions and we were able to do things but with restricted numbers. So I took out a little show called Music of the Night, and that toured around to regional theatres. But, you know, I was going to these big auditoriums, you know, Theatre 7 in Shrewsbury and Hereford Courtyard, and looking out to these theatres that hold hundreds, and it being spread out. It was it was really, it was weird looking out and seeing these crosses on seats, but I was still really happy to be out there and still being able to provide some form of entertainment and escapism from the world for those people that did come out and come and watch what we're doing.
But as well as the performers on stage, I think for the audience as well, it was quite it's quite emotional in a weird way when we all went back to the theatre to see things. It was strange.
It really, really was. In one of the sections, we sung "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning" and this is in Hereford, and I had a live orchestra. Everyone's socially distant. We all entered from different entrances and exits. So we never kind of like were near one another, and we had to be a certain distance from the audience because when you're singing, you're emitting more whatever, there was saliva, air, whatever, germs.
Yeah.
But we sang "Oh What a Beautiful Morning," and you could just see people just so happy and singing along, and it was sort of a lot of people shedding a tear just because they're just elated to be in a space where they're sharing something. And music, without sounding corny, it's just so powerful, isn't it?
Definitely.
Music is just so powerful. You never know what a piece of music means to somebody. "Oh What a Beautiful Morning," to me it's a really happy song, but looking out to those audience members who shed a tear, they might have memories attached to it, and that's the power of theatre, the ability to help people remember others, the ability to help people overcome issues, to see themselves represented on stage. It's so much more, but I think you've got to be in it, or you've got to be really invested in the arts yourself to understand that. And that's what our government didn't understand at the beginning.
And I think everybody who listens to my show on a regular basis will remember you, will know you from being the director and the star many times of the panto up at the Stute. Is there talk of those pantos coming back?
Do you know what? I'm not booked to direct it yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did direct it, and I haven't had a conversation yet. But the panto at the Stute is back, and I absolutely love that venue. I'm talking to you today from my role in another theatre. I've become the creative director of a brand new theatre, but I have to always talk about the Stute. What a place, built by the miners, paid by the miners. That place is steeped in history, and the pantomime every year is the highlight of their programme. It brings the whole community together, doesn't it? And this is just what we're talking about, how the arts is just more than watching a show. It's bringing people together, it's sharing things with people, and the panto at the Stute, I'm sure, will be bigger and better than ever this year. I think they're doing Beauty and the Beast. So I'll keep you in tune with who's being booked on that one, and if I'm going to direct it or not.
All right, fantastic. Cheers for that. And as you say, you're now involved with the North Wales Opera Studio. It's a brand new company, you say?
It's a brand new theatre that in Western Ring near Oxford Street that I'm speaking from. I've been involved with this theatre for a fair few years now, but obviously this theatre opened just as lockdown happened, so we've had our first full year programming from September to this September now, without kind of any restrictions, and I'm in charge of pushing it forward creatively. So we've had some amazing things here. We've had operas, we've had musicals, we've had celebrity talks, Rick Stein, and we've soon got Ruth Jones coming here to do a celebrity talk.
Fantastic.
What else have we had? We've got kids shows, we've had workshops, all kinds of things. And this space itself is everything that we're talking about encapsulated in one space, and in a muddy field on the North Wales Shropshire border. So your listeners will know this, but Oxford Street, it was a Welsh town. It was robbed by the English. But this lovely, gorgeous theatre is 180 seats, full state-of-the-art theatre, and I've been in charge of running it and making it accessible to the community, but also commercial. And today, I'm sitting in my office listening to the beautiful sounds of Madam Butterfly and the North Wales Opera Studio, which is headed up by Wrexham's own very, very, very well-known, experienced opera singer, Anne Williams-King, and she's been in every soprano role that's been written. She's performed at the Covent Garden, the Royal Opera House. She performed at Glyndebourne. She's performed with the Welsh National Opera. She's a really well established opera singer, and she's got her own opera studio where she trains up and coming opera singers. So this week and last week, people have flown from China, from India, from Greece, where else? Italy, from all parts of the globe to come and be trained by Anne and her partner, David, and they are staging Madam Butterfly. So for those musical theatre lovers out there, it's in essence the same plot as Miss Saigon.
It's Miss Saigon. I was going to say it's Puccini's Madame Butterfly, but it's the story of Miss Saigon, right?
It is. I mean, it's set in Japan, Puccini's, but if you watch Miss Saigon, then you'll understand this plot. And I've had the pleasure of listening to this opera company and listening to Anne and David and their conductor, this amazing guy Peter Crockford, who's equally got CV longer than your arm. Worked with the BBC on huge productions at Glyndebourne with the Welsh National Opera. He's done lots of musicals as well, and this is a really kind of like creme de la creme creative team, and they're performing this opera at this theatre in Western Rain. It's just hard to believe, really, that this massive international company have come together and met for the first time in a wet, damp field in Shropshire.
It sounds fantastic. It's the Holroyd Community Theatres. Let me just get this out of the way. Holroyd Community Theatre. It's a brand new theatre in Western Ryn in Oswestry, 8th to the 10th of September. How can people get their tickets, Michael?
So get tickets on theholroydtheatre.co.uk/Madame Butterfly. Or you can call 01691 776 069. I'll do that again. 01691 776 069. Tickets are available across all of the dates. And if you've not been to many operas and you think, gosh, I would like to have a go and see what that's like, I would say this is the one to come to, because if you're a musical theatre fan, you already know the plot, and I think you need to have an understanding of what's going on in terms of the narrative before you go to watch an opera, because they're normally sung in a language that isn't English.
Michael, it's always a pleasure to speak to you, my man. Thanks ever so much for that. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for allowing me to be on your show, mate.
Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. Come, my lady, you're my pretty baby. I'll make your legs shake, you make me go.
So this week, the 8th to the 10th of September, over at the Holroyd Community Theatre in Western Ryn in Oswestry, the North Wales Opera Studio will be performing Madame Butterfly. Box office, as we've just heard, but I'll give you the number again: 01691 776069. That's 01691 776069. Or you can go to the webpage www.theholroydtheatre.co.uk/Madame Butterfly. Go on, support your local theatres, ladies and gentlemen. They won't be there forever if you don't.
It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show.